History and Music by E.B. Waller, early 2000.
Oh yeah, so Stronger Than Me was written by Amy Winehouse and Salaam Remi. It was released in the United Kingdom, obviously, and it was a lead single on the 6th of October 2003. But it was the lowest charting single from Frank and of Winehouse's career. Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah, her debut album.
Yeah, and it peaked at 71 in the charts. That's me again. So, in the early 2000s, there was an explosion of emo music. It's got this name because it's emotional and heartfelt lyrics, and it sounds sad. Yeah, so those are some bands. Also, the most popular sort of music in the early 2000s was pop music. It's short for popular. Modern day concerts are all about performance. People want to see a show instead of just music. So most musicians use like pyrotechnics and like backup dancing and stuff, and all that, different lights, different effects. However, most of the recording processes were like MIDI sounds, plugged into a recording rack instead of just amps. And modern pop music is very bass heavy as well. Also, early 2000s, so there were older bands like Red Hot Chili Peppers and Weezer. They emerged like as pop music as well in the 1980s, and they continued on into the early 2000s. Bubblegum pop was a thing as well. Christina Aguilera, Britney Spears. Those were quite old and also carried into the early 2000s as well.
Well, for me, the 50s, those are all the single #1 for each year. And the single started in 1952, not 53, by Percy Dickinson. He started the UK singles record chart. The more successful artists were Frankie Lane, Guy Mitchell, and Elvis Presley, all having 4 #1 singles. America was coming out of the Depression after World War II, and in the 50s, religion was making a comeback in America, and the term teenager was coined for a more rebellious, fun-loving generation. And those are Elvis Presley and Percy Dickinson. And in the 90s, again, they're selling singles. Pop continued to grow with teen pop and dance pop. Rap entered its sort of golden age. Rock music continued to succeed from the 80s with grunge, Britpop, alternative rock, punk rock, ska punk, new metal, sort of the heavier genres having a rise. In 2010 there was sort of a vote to see which era was sort of most enjoyed, and the 90s was rated second best era in the UK, but scored lower in the US. And these are some anti-types of artists and anti-types.
That's a great call out, Bryce. Both of them.
Thank you. And then there's Queen, Don't Stop Me Now. It was written by Freddie Mercury, formerly known as Farouk Balzara. It was on the album Jazz, written in 1978 and released in 1979 as a single. In 2005 it was voted the best driving song by Top Gear, and it was used in a lot of movies. Shaun of the Dead and Hardcore Henry are 2 examples for sort of the more climactic moments in those movies. The song shows multi-tracking vocals, which is quite often seen in Queen's music, builds over piano with drum and bass and a guitar solo, And when they played it live, it was Brian May would sort of use a chugging technique, playing along with the piano to have a more of a rocky feel. And these are my sources.
So what I propose is Let's Go by Second Sound. They were a French, more indie alternative rock band, formed in 2002, and they're all members and what they play. The band in Paris, and their band name came from the fact that when they were recording the first albums, or just recording in general, they would lock themselves in a cellar, so they would be stuck in the sound, quite literally. And they all share a love for Nirvana and Kurt Cobain, and they act as their influences in music. The 80s, technology played a big role during the 80s, with the advent of computers and video games, cell phone, and everything. Also synthesizers, obviously. It's influenced musicians to be a lot more creative and inventive with the sound, which led to a bunch of different genres, such as new wave and synth pop and such. But the biggest technological advancement in the 80s with music was MTV. This allowed music videos to be shown on TV, which really brought style and fashion to the forefront of pop music in the 80s. Correct. And basically made a new breed of mega pop star, such as Michael Jackson, Madonna, Whitney Houston, that really defined genre through persona, rather than focusing on the musical aspects, even though they were very talented because of them to be very able to get much wider reach. With more disposable income, people were able to afford a lot more music and watch a lot more music and cost about it, which created big boost in celebrity culture. I'm talking about new wave, back to mode. In general, came from an evolution of punk in the 70s, and really is now an umbrella term for a lot of genres that were new at the time, such as synth pop and like more rock stuff. And MTV again allowed more European groups, such as Hive, who technically to infiltrate the US a lot more easily than before, and to influence the music scene in the US with their more synth-based styles. And hip hop. Sorry, it's a lot here. Drum machine, Roland TR 808 became prominent thanks to. Forgot who first used it in hip hop. It was in 1982, I believe, where it was first put on a track. Grandmaster Flash, the DJ, joined with 5 rappers to make Grandmaster Flash and Furious 5 with Sumero's popularity, 1980 single Freedom, which was sampled from Get the Dance. Sampling played a massive role in hip hop, because they would mix records together, sampling of blues, jazz, and R&B funk songs. Metal, the way the British heavy metal emerged as more of a, emerged against punk, I guess. A lot of bands and band members of that they had a strong distaste for punk, but some did see punk as an influence for speed, but they mainly saw prog rock in the 70s as their influences, such as Pink Floyd and Rush and Genesis. The origins can be traced back to a London venue, but every band liked the term New Age British heavy metal because it wasn't really critically admired. So bands like Def Leppard went to America and really embraced the fashion and scene at the time and how to create band and hair metal and bring it to a wider audience. 1940s, I've used World War II. They were trying to make more upbeat, they made more upbeat, more romantic songs about home and stuff. So it was soldiers could have a boost of morale, hearing that more upbeat, happy music that was being made from the swing, from jazz. For radio, they play a big part. Radio stations did censor a lot of music, so there's a big boycott and backlash against that, which focused, well, mainly focused, radio's mainly focused on talk shows. Big band, jazz and swing. They first came about in the 30s, but remained very relevant in the 40s, such as the big band's ability to fill up the dance hall with sound and allow everyone to dance and have such a good time to swing music. And there are artists like Frank Sinatra, who was influenced by Bing Crosby, also a group one, who was the first teen pop idol. Bebop was developed in New York in the 40s, basically through experimentation with new sounds based on jazz and swing, and really reduced big band size down to a few musicians.
And you're stuck in the sound again.
I was sitting.
Yeah. Is that?
Okay then.
Yeah.
Okay then. Now, thank you, Josh. You've done some wonderful presentation. Now for mine. Okay, Bryce.
Do you want? Yeah.
Wait.
Do you
No,
want?
no. I think you're the clicker. When I do this, you click. Okay.
Sorry.
If I do this, you click. Okay. So we are near the end of this decade. So let's have a presentation on the 2010s. Streaming. This was an age when streaming became really popular in the charts as time went by. Artists like Drake and Ed Sheeran got a lot of hits thanks to that advance being added to the charts. And because of that, hip-hop grew as a genre, with hip-hop producers such as Metro Boomin and Murder Beats getting more recognisable, and lots of subgenres being more widespread, like trap music and cloud rap. Electronic dance music. The late 2000s, 2000s, whatever way you call it, started to give some EDM-influenced pop, like Britney Spears' album Blackout and Kanye West's hit single Stronger. This decade has also given us a lot of EDM success, such as Calvin Harris, David Guetta, Martin Garrix, The Chainsmokers, Kygo, Clean Bandit, Tiesto, the list goes on. By 2009, the vocal styles in R&B with melism, such as the ones from Mariah Carey, have begun to die down recently and make way for more unique vocal styles like the ones contained in indie pop, such as Lorde and Birdie. Oh wait, a fun fact. Lorde's song Royals gave her the record as one of the youngest artists to have a UK #1. One of the others was Shawn Mendes with Stitches. Now let's do a bit of introduction of grime before we get to this genre a bit pretend. In 2006 was Lethal Bizzle's song Pow, and David Cameron came along and slammed the radio on DJ Tim Westwood, who played the song in one of his slots for encouraging violent crime. Similar to the way most politicians look on drill rap nowadays, abracadabra and that stuff. Because of Fall 696, the original grime sound started fading away, and the grime musicians such as Wiley and Disney Rascal began to move to a more mainstream pop sound. And there's Hinchy Strider's Never Leaving, which had an El Baraba who replaced Mutchie and the Sugar Babes. And now we get to grime in these decades. I should have put in the truth about 2010s, not after 2010s, because after 2010s we sound like 2020. Grime's music's original sound started making a comeback in 2014 with hits such as Meridian Dance, German Whip and Skepta's That's Not Me. It also paved the way for more new coming artists like Stormzy, Krypton Conan, AJ Tracy. Stormzy also managed to get a Brit Award for his new album Gang Signs and Prayers. Sorry that you're clicking a bit too late. The spread of the hip-hop subgenre grime increased in 2017 further with the Grime for Corbyn movement, with which a lot of grime artists backed the label leader Jeremy Corbyn. And that's him, Jezza. We also had old formats making a comeback, such as cassettes that are about to get there recently, and vinyl. Oh no, the text! The vinyl started to come back around the mid-2010s and started its biggest sales of the year since the late 80s and the early 90s. And this was the first vinyl single when the official charts company established the vinyl singles chart. Baby Wants to Ride by Underworld with remixes from Pete Helen, Terry Farley, as well as the Minstrels on the B-side. Did you see the record spin? It was released a year after the death of legendary acid house producer Frankie Knuckles, the artist behind the original version of Baby Wants to Ride. Yes. And here's a list of the biggest selling UK vinyl singles and UK albums of the decade so far. And now, whilst we look at the biggest sellers for UK chart feature, let me tell you an event I forgot to put in the presentation. On 2013, politician Margaret Thatcher passed away, and there was a campaign a few years before